Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. Hip Hop Mike live from the crib with a special guest who's live from the future. This man is so ahead of his time. I'm talking about Zay the GOAT in this bitch. How's that for an intro?
You feel me? That's the sound of the GOAT. If nobody know what the GOAT sound like, that's what he sound like right there.
So, I mean, we spoke like for 30 seconds, literally before this, before I hit record, and you got 4 mixtapes ready to go.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, hard work ain't nothing new to you. You've been doing this and being consistent for a while from what I hear.
Yeah, I think the challenge for me always been like, well, now I'm learning how to do it, but it's just like how to put out that music. Because I got so much dope music that sometimes I throw all of it out just because I know it's dope, and it'll fuck around and oversaturate people. Mm-hmm. And it'll go over their heads, and you feel me? Songs that's really colossal, just they minimize now. You feel me? And that's something that made me. It's trial and error, just something I learned.
Yeah, it's a delicate balance for sure.
For sure.
Well, I want to take the people back. I mean, if you got some time, where did this begin for you? Like, what made you even want to start writing music, creating? How did this journey start?
It really started with my dad. My dad, he was a rapper, King Carter. Now he managing Baby, Black Zach, Tusi.
I know your father. I didn't know that was your father, but I know who your father is. I've spoke to him many times.
Yeah, but he was a rapper at first, and he was hard. Like, I'm talking about, like, I think that's why I'm so hard, because he was hard, and I knew I wanted to be better than him. So it was like, for me, I know I had to go extra hard for that. So, like, that's where it started, but I ain't take it serious till high school when I got my heart broke. And this girl recorded it. She put it on her Facebook page, and it went viral. I ain't even get a chance to post it. After school, like, it was during school when they recorded the video. Then after school, now on the school bus, my phone had died. When I got home, I ain't put it on charger. I went to sleep. And then when I woke up, I put my phone on the charger. And then next thing you know, went crazy. I said, "Oh my God!"
What was the video? It's like you said she was breaking your heart.
Nah, it was a video. It was a rap video about explaining the heartbreak.
Okay.
So 10 toes down video, 10 toes down. It was like a challenge or something. I did it on Facebook though. That's back when I was on Facebook doing it.
Hi.
Okay.
And why do you think it went viral? It was just like that genuine? Like, you think people could really relate to that?
Yeah, not even just how genuine it is. It's more like people like me, but they don't open up and really relate. And do that. Like, I was on the song, I'll be like, I'm a real nigga. Not because I'm clothes, not because I got jewelry and can smash all the, you feel me? Not because, like, it was like me sitting there telling her I'm a real nigga at the end, after a million reasons, after I keep going for a while, I tell I'm a real nigga because I held you down. You feel me? Like, at the end of the day. So it was like, I feel like it was also like a perspective where niggas who done got their heart broke can relate to. So it was like something that they gravitated towards. Not only that, but females don't ever really females always be the one that get their heart broken, always express it. It's never really the male. So when the male do it, it's a little different and it's special. It make people look.
Yeah, and I think it's dope that you could even show the vulnerability, because a lot of people is like too tough to speak on subjects like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and that's how you know them people ain't really tough. Cause the toughest people be like soft on the inside. Like,
you show.
I'm telling you, I'm the softest, and it always only be for the people they love though. You feel me? Everybody else they get that brick, that hard, that concrete.
So, I mean, when you put this out, this was like the first thing you had created, or were you kind of writing and dibbing and dabbling in this, and then that was the first thing that took off?
Nah, what you talking about, the 10 toes down?
Yeah, like that. Was that the first thing you put together, or you had been working on music before that and that just took off for some reason?
Nah, it was like, that was the first time I ever like recorded it. Like, you know, like I was one of them people who always just, I rap and people knew I rap because they'd see me writing songs and rapping, but I never recorded no videos or drop no videos or even did things that like an artist would do. You feel me?
Got you.
So,
and it doesn't even sound like the intention was to put that out as like an artist. It just seemed like you got some shit to talk and you want to get it off your chest.
Exactly. And then it wasn't even just that too. I realized that like, bro, my perspective is so different because it's like I'm not afraid that like everybody else, like they gon' glamorize their achievements, their accolades. Like I glamorize my mistakes, but not on no glamorize like, hey, go do these mistakes. I glamorize them like, hey, these my mistakes that I learned from, and I'm not gonna do it again. And this is why you shouldn't do it. And if you do, you feel me? That's what's gonna happen. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's the way I put it. Other people, I can't speak on other people.
Would you say that's why you kept it up? Like, it's because it could kind of help you get this off your chest, or was it the fact that it had went so crazy that inspired you to really follow through and put out more stuff?
It was kind of both. It was like, cause once I realized, oh shit, like they paying attention, like they rocking with me. I said, okay, boom, I'm gonna do this every week. And then I did it on my page. When I started doing it on my page, it ain't go viral, but they start gradually going up. And then eventually some of them did go viral on my page. So, and it made me realize, hey, I'm gonna keep building, I'm gonna keep growing.
Yeah,
It was a lot of stuff I did before, like I even got a chance to like get to the point where my dad or anybody else would even want to, you feel me, put a bag or anything behind me, like you feel me, anything, like period. So that's why I know for anybody that say he did something for me, or anybody be like he do everything for me, like I can't vouch for that, but I can vouch and say my dad done put me in this position to win. You feel me, and I appreciate him and I love him for that. You feel me, so. I hate when people try to give him credit for a lot of things that I done did. You feel me?
I mean, that's the nature of the beast, I think, with what he does. And it's a bit of a blessing and a curse, I guess. Like, I mean, I done spoke to King Combs about it. Like, you know, he's a kid that no matter how hard he works, people is always kind of giving his pops the credit. And I got to say, as somebody that knows your pops, I done interviewed the baby. I done been around, you know, Stunner and all these guys. And you know, your dad is somebody that I think is adamant about doing what he has to do with the business. And is someone that if you hit him for the guidance, he's there. But if you hit him for a look or if you hit him for a favor, you better earn that shit. And I like the fact that he applies that to his own family because, you know, we could go to your Spotify right now and there's a lot of parents that it'll be like, he got the features with the baby. He got to perform with Stunner. He got to do X, Y, and Z. And I think the fact that he put you in a position to win, but not necessarily in a position to just be in over your head to some extent, is important for your growth as an artist overall, you know?
And then not even just that, though, like school, college, like NCCU anthem, like that really made me realize a lot of things I could do myself, because that was the one where I got the cover art made. I did this. I did that. I ran around, promoted it. I went and performed it. Had them mess around singing the words of my song, and it had me like, dang, like I could really go do it on my own. But when I started realizing I got the help, you feel me? He started wanting to help, and we started both wanting to get to that kind of, it went crazy. Like, elevated. So it's like, can't nobody, they can't stop that right there. That's one thing they can't stop.
Let me ask you this. Who else besides your pops do you turn to for guidance in this? Because I know you got a situation now with Empire and with the Prolific. Who's kind of like your immediate team? Because I know your dad is somebody that I'm sure is always there on the call, but is also on the road a lot of the time. Do you have friends or people that you are kind of locked in with? Maybe an engineer or somebody?
Nah, like, not for real. Honestly, I feel like I'm one of those people who, like, yeah, I mean, I got people who inspire me, but it's like, everybody got their own, they inspire me in their own way. So it'd be like, it may not be in a musical way. It may be in a hustle way or just a dedication way. You feel me? But as far as music, like, the only person I really get inspired by, other than then Baby is myself. Like, I don't get inspired by nobody else. Like, and it's crazy because it's like, I like a lot of other artists, but after Nip died, that was really like my favorite. So after he died, it wasn't really like nobody I
That you
rock
could
with.
look to with that light.
Yeah. Like Wayne, that's the all-time GOAT, of course. That's who was a big inspiration. But I ain't got nobody, like, I don't know them, you feel me? So, like,
Got you.
when it comes down to, like, just, oh, matter of fact, I'm mine, DJ Kid.
All right.
DJ Kid is the biggest inspiration because that man DJ, he can rap, he can produce, he can engineer, he can do something else too. I forgot what it was, but he only a year older than me. You feel me? So it's like I can do about 2-3 of them. You feel me? I could rap, I could engineer. I don't know. I ain't,
Nah, but
but like
just being able to engineer, bro, is an accomplishment because a lot of artists that's established right now in the industry, I feel like they don't know how to get behind them boards and really flush out them ideas. Like when you can engineer, you can wake up at 3:00 in the morning, have an idea, and just record yourself and make sure that you get that down. But like, if you need an engineer for everything, you got to be making the calls, you got to travel, and you're gonna lose that momentum in the quality.
and money.
You know.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna lose all that. You're gonna lose momentum, money, and time. Like
I like the fact that you said that Nipsey and Wayne are both inspirations though, because they're dudes, at least in my opinion, that are very conflicting. I think Nipsey is a dude that's always kind of been very like, you know, had a standard for being professional and carrying himself like a businessman, where Wayne has limitless talent, but has been kind of sloppy, I think, as far as like moving as a person. What lessons you take from Nip and what lessons you take from Wayne, and why would you say that those two are the inspirations? Because I think they're very different artists.
That's a dope question, bro. Nipsey, I get that hustle from him. I get the way he talk, that professional, the way you talking about that. That's how I want to carry myself. I want to conduct myself. Like, so when it comes down to Nipsey, not even just that. Like, I paid attention to how, like, just if you think about it, Lil Wayne had Lauryn Hill and Nipsey had Lauryn Hill, and if you think about when Nipsey had her, in everybody's eyes, she was a goddess. You feel me? When in Lil Wayne's eyes, it was just like, oh, that's his girl. Oh, she bad. You feel me? Like, so it's just like his whole life had a whole different type of moral and respect on it. Like, that's what I want for me and myself, like for me and my guidance. You know what I'm saying? For me and my situation, like, and from Lil Wayne. That I get their word play. Like I love how he play with them words. Like that's where I get, like when I'm rapping, I can say shit that like you won't even realize till about you listen to for the 20th time. You like, damn, he said that? I didn't even realize you said that. Like yeah, that's what I get from Wayne a lot. That and that just being able to just keep snapping on anybody's track. Like just it don't matter whose it is. You could take their flow, or you could create your own flow on it, or you could do both. Like, and it, like that's why I learned that Wayne like eat niggas up. That's why I feel like I'm the GOAT, because I could do everything everybody else could do, even the GOATs. Like, you feel me? So that made me one of the ones. And if people don't feel like that, I'm gonna speak it to existence so they'll know. You feel me? That's my goal.
See, I gotta say this, man. I mean, I don't know if you spoke to Baby at all, but when I first interviewed him, it was before the Baby on Baby project. It was pretty early. Like, you know, I kind of came up interviewing people before they got so lit I can't even get in touch. And one thing that really hit me about him was I think similar, was the fact that he wasn't a dude that was like, he could carry himself professionally like Nip, but could still have mad fun like Wayne. And I think that's a big part of why he's so successful overall, is because he covers the fan base, whether you a white girl on TikTok that's doing the whoa, or you the hardest motherfucker in the hood, you gonna be appreciating the music. Have you had any conversations with him, or is that somebody that I guess you've learned from watching the career, I guess from the outside or from the inside?
That's somebody I watched from the ground up. Like that's somebody like we would perform. It was one time we were performing on the same stage at a college, Winston-Salem State, and The only song he really had out at the time was Light Show. And it was going crazy, but people who went to Salem ain't even know it like that. You feel me? Like it was really like, who is he? You know what I'm saying? And then it fast forward and I'm in college and you feel me? I'm trying to open up and perform in my little homecoming. Cause he there, you feel me? And he coming, and when he come, you feel me? And I'm on stage, and I'm with him. I'm just looking at the lights, just like, bro. It was like, it was just so inspirational. It made me go straight to the, like, I ain't gonna mess with no girl. It's homecoming. I ain't gonna mess
I
with
was
no
gonna
girl.
say the girls. I'm surprised they let you leave.
You feel me? I ain't gonna mess with no girls. None of that, bro. I went straight to the dorm room, started right. No cap.
Fire. So now I see you just dropped this video within the last 24 hours. There's a single out right now for the project that's to come. Where did that begin for you? Like, when did this kind of come to light that you're like, all right, we dropped this song in February. We got a little bit of time with this Corona situation. Was this record prepared before the coronavirus stuff hit? Or was this something?
What
Okay.
had happened was we in the middle of Corona. So it was like, damn, we ain't got shit to do. And then I'm already just in the studio working. I already got hella songs. So it was like, what am I going to do with all this music? And then me and this producer named H Wood, he produced the whole Why Not Now tape, the whole Why Not Now EP. So when we was sitting there together, we got like 30, 40 songs together. So we over here like, bro, we just need 5, you feel me? 5 good solid ones. And we nailed them down, we nailed it down. And then my dad came in, he was like, he rocking with it. He definitely want to do it. But he like, what you gonna call the tape? What you gonna call the project? In my head, I'm just like, why not now? Like, that's like, it came straight right there. Like, God told me, like, name it Why Not Now. So like, that's what I did. And then after that, we put everything together. I told him I wanted to make it a visual EP. I wanted to hit him like almost how Meek Mill hit him on I think it was Wins versus Losses, when he did a whole little short little film with like videos linked together with his music with real life stories that people could relate to. Like,
Well, that was my next question. You feel the emotion in this video, bro. Like, for real. I don't know who that was that passed, but you could tell that people was really coming out and that it was something that was sincere. Whose idea was it to do the video the way you did? Because I think you captured the song perfectly.
I ain't gonna lie. I really direct. I give my director his director credit because he do his job too. He's a great director. He do his thing. Shout out Rick Lancaster. But like, I really do direct my own things. Like, I know what I be wanting in the videos. And that was one of the videos that was so powerful. And it was like, when I was doing the video and I broke away from all my homeboys, and there was one time when I'm sitting down and I'm squatting right by the candles, that's when I was crying. Like, you feel me? And ain't nobody even know. Like, cause that's how hard that song hit. Like, that song real. And it's crazy because that song was a song that I had wrote in high school, bro. Like, wow. Like, in high school, bro. I'm gonna be 21.
Yeah, I know you talking about college and all that.
You feel me? Yeah, it's been a little minute, and I graduated high school a year early, so it's like, it's really been a little minute. Like, yeah, like, so.
See, but I think you got to give yourself credit too, man, because not for nothing, you know, the fact that the director, like, a lot of people give directors credit for the shooting the visuals, but any good director will say that the vision really starts with the artist. And I think as somebody who's doing the creating, the selection of the director is really key, because there's a lot of people that shoot, but some people get more slow and cinematic and are able to get those kind of shots, where other people is straight to the party. They'll make a cemetery look like a club. You know what I mean?
Ah, yeah, you're right. That's right. Definitely make a cemetery look like a club.
So, I mean, the fact you was able to pick out the right dude, like, how do you find balance in that? Do you have like a variety of people that are now trying to work with you, or is it tough sometimes to find the right person to get the vision right?
I definitely got a bunch of people trying to work with me and collab, and it's like, I know their potential is nowhere near his, because honestly, it's crazy how me and him do. We got a super dope connection. So that's why the video is gonna come out even harder, because it's like, it's not just, oh, we coming together to do this for some money, or he coming to just do this, like, and it's just strictly business. Like, we got like a personal relationship. Like, we went to high school together, and we ain't even like, okay, this how it happened. This how I know him. Rick, we both went to high school, Myers Park together. Now, we didn't know each other, probably walked past each other a million times. You feel me? And I was actually rapping in high school. That's when
Yeah, did y'all know what each other did? You knew he shot video in high school, or y'all didn't even know that?
I learned he shot videos because some girl inboxed me on Facebook in high school and was like, this dude want to shoot a video with you. And I'm like, hey, come on, let's go, let's set it up. And I hit him up. And then I remember initially he was trying to just shoot for free. And I had something going on and I had messed around and dodged it. But when I came back to him, there was some bread involved in it. It was big money, you feel me? Like at the time to me, because I'm in high school and I'm like, dang, I ain't got that. So yeah. That's when it kind of like it just faded away. But we always kept in touch and always told each other we still wanted to work. Like, you feel me? So then it was one day, I'm over here at the new Yeezys. I'm like, I need somebody. I already know how I want to do this video. I need somebody get put in a box. I know like he need to be small, like all that. Like I know my vision for this. And the only person who I could think who bring that to light is Rick. I go look at his page. He putting the dude in a magician hat and he popping out in the vault. Like I'm like, yo, like yeah, let me get him. Come on, bro.
Got the shots.
That was dope though. That was a great video. It was a dope vibe. And it was my first like real video. Like I never had no video treatments, none of that. I ain't understand that. People don't realize videos is more than just like
it's a lot.
Scenes, yeah, like
there's gotta be a shot list, everything. Like it's gotta be super organized so you're capturing everything you want to capture. Especially when it's a motion picture. Like that was really like a movie more so than a video.
And then you gotta depend on people to be here at a certain time. On top of that, they're not gonna be there at a certain time. I'm telling you. So then you try to tell them early. Then when they get there early, they get mad because you told them early, and really they be like, it just be crazy.
A lot to deal with.
Yeah, it's a million things you just gotta deal with videos. That it's like you just gotta be mindful and be considerate that you really gotta plan it out. Like you can't just go out there and do it. Like that's not just if you want to do a real video, it takes planning and persistence.
Yeah, and then once this shit comes together, you gotta have patience that whole day because you got your attention is supposed to be on the camera, and when you getting started, you don't have an assistant and management to really keep everybody in check. You know, they don't want to hear from a friend like, oh, we gonna shoot in a minute. They want to hear it from you. You know what I mean?
Nice. And then like the thing is, like people will shoot and they like you won't even realize like, bruh, the video will be so. Sometimes regular videos that these dudes be putting together be like 2-3 hours, bruh. Yeah. Like a video with a real video treatment and all that, bruh. You gonna be there all day. You might be there tomorrow. You might not.
Hey, I was gonna say for days.
Like, bro, that video shooting it get aggravating. That's how it get. It make you. That's the part that make you be like, man. But you still love it. Like it's still part of that process that you grow to love at the same time because it's just appreciating that perfection of your craft. You feel me?
I think you do that to get to this. I mean, the video has been out literally 24 hours. And, you know, once it drops, I think that's really where the reward comes from. Because, I mean, I've seen a lot of people reposting it and I've seen some comments. It seems to be hitting home for a lot of people. It's not something that's just like, we're going to watch it and then it's one and done. But it's something that seems to be setting a tone for where you're about to go now.
Nah, and another thing, too, though, in that first video, it's also like, and the reason why it's going to touch a lot of people in the city is because those people who in the sky at the end of the video are people who really were lost in the city, like died in the city, Charlotte. So like, they either my homeboys or they my homeboys or somebody in the video know them and you feel me, basically wanted to put them up in the sky in remembrance. So like that's another thing. So it's like RIP to all the fallen legends, you know what I'm saying? RIP Michi, RIP Don't, RIP all the fallen soldiers. Like it's a lot of people who done died, and I don't want to keep going and say names because I don't want to miss nobody, man. Yeah. And everybody important, you feel me? So
Well, yeah, that was my last question about the video. Did the director and yourself know the people that was featured in the video at the end? Were these people that also went to school with you, or what was that
Some,
connection?
some of them went to school with me. Some of them I knew from mutual friends, and then there was other ones like I had met, and like a week or two after I met, they gone. Like, or it was other ones like, yeah, it was one I went to school with. It was like, and I went to school with them, and crazy situation happened, and ended up getting killed. And like it's a lot of them where it's like that, and then there's other ones up there in the sky where it's like I just put them up there in respect for other people, because the other people in the video, like, I got that much respect for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my big thing. I wanted to show everybody respect, because it's a lot of fallen soldiers, especially out the city that's legends that was supposed to be special. Like, it's crazy.
As far as the project, I seen you started promoting 2 months. There's a track list that's kind of creeping around, I guess, with the pre-save, but I mean, is there anything that you think you're going to tweak? Or are you one of these people that's like, I need to make adjustments in the next 2 months? Are you on your Kanye where the day before we're getting 5 more records? Or what's your plan with this project now? Because 2 months is a little bit of time to be able to sit with music like that.
Nah, you right. Yeah. And it's not going to be like, see, they not going to be sitting on it for 2 months. So it's going to be like, they not even going to get this full project till the 17th of August. So that's when they're gonna rise. So it's like each song is gonna give you time to sit there and resonate with you, because each song can really do that. Like, these songs none of them are really just songs you just bump and ride.
Mm-hmm.
Like, second one would be the closest one to it, but it's still something that like you still gonna go ride. Like, that's something you gonna ride to. You feel me? Not just ride to.
I got you. But it's
But
something that you put on repeat.
yeah, everything on there is a song you can put on repeat. That's a full-blown fact. And I know when after this EP, it's going to be like, you're going to see, I pull out probably a couple singles where I pull out features. I got crazy features on deck with
I could
superstar.
imagine.
You feel me? So that's going to be.
Well, I feel like it's an interesting point in your career, man, because you're somebody that's been around, I guess, the biggest in the game and been on stages with some of the biggest in the game, but haven't gotten carried away where you're out here with like the big jewelry and just trying to put on the show, but still kind of true to the roots and building from the ground up. Are you expecting to drop more visuals with this? And I mean, with this project being done and having so much in the stash, what's the next play? Like, what's to come? Are you 2 projects ahead? I mean, 4 projects ahead as far as like when people could expect music?
Yeah, like I'm that far ahead that it's like that the music is already done. It's just going through the process of narrowing down which ones I'm gonna keep and put on the projects. And it's gonna be like the way it's set up. Okay, why not now? That's the beginning of time. So imagine you got a clock, right? 12 o'clock. That's why not now. Now 3 o'clock. That's gonna be time for love. You feel me? So that's where you get to see R&B Zay, and I get to show the vulnerable side. You feel me? That a lot of people like. Then you go to 6 o'clock. You got time for the city, where it's features, where everybody in Charlotte, local artists that people know, buzzing around the city doing their thing, and me just giving them a chance to steal my fan base, and at the same time me do the same thing with them, and show love, and everybody come together. Now, after the time for the city at 6 o'clock, you go to the 9 o'clock, and time to show the people on the GOAT. You feel me? Like, so that's gonna be more like me rapping on all your favorite rapper beats, all the favorite top songs that went crazy this year, and extending the Freestyle Fridays to a whole extra, to a full song itself. You feel me? And then the last project is my album itself. Like, I want to be my first debut album. I wanted to be timeless, and it's gonna be full of timeless music that not only you could play like in front of your mama and your grandma, but also music that is gonna be here for years and years and the classics. It's got everybody. I plan on making this album. You know how like Lauryn Hill dropped this one album and then everybody just like, what happened? Like, where'd she go? Like, I ain't gonna disappear on people, but this gonna be that one classic. Like, oh God, like, hey man, he need to go back to go on like
like Kanye like, graduation type.
Exactly. You feel me?
See, I don't know how the seasons play out in the Carolinas, but in New York, the way that you rolled that out just sounds perfect to go with the weather because, you know, the fact that you got this coming for August, for August, September, and then it's like going into when it gets a little colder, people is like, you know, cuffing season type vibes. You're going to hit them with the R&B Zay. Then you keep going a little longer. It's like winter time, at least in New York, you know, people get nitty gritty. So that's the perfect time to start hitting them with that music that's really, you know, the more turned up, and then to ease into like the real quality projects coming out of the winter where you're going to really let them see who you are. I think just the way that timeline could play out, even if you shifted a few months, I think is going to be so in sync with how people are emotionally feeling that I'm excited to see how this plays out, man.
Yeah. I'm very excited too because I feel like, you know, I've been on the back burner for a long time. I feel like I've been slept on for a long time. Like I was that nigga in the Suge video rapping upside down. So people, as the joke, people thought he just a little nigga who just, you feel me, out here just not doing shit. Like not even not doing shit, but more like he ain't nothing special. You feel me? He just, you know what I'm saying? He just around people. Cause his dad or cause people he know. Like nah, bro.
Nah, let him think that.
Like nah, bro. I'm the GOAT. You feel me? Like that's my goal. Like I'm gonna let that be known. I'm gonna let that be stamped. I'm gonna let that be solidified. Like I'm putting that. That's gonna people gonna know that. Like for real, for real.
I think that knowledge too is priceless because if you look back at people that are just successful overall, I mean, you could use Drake as like the GOAT right now, they say, and it's a perfect example of somebody that's like didn't really get into music until after having been around entertainment and talent and was able to take so many lessons from doing TV, from being around Wayne, to then apply it to your own situation. By the time you supercharging this, people is going to be mad as hell that they was like, you know, that they was sleeping. And again, not for nothing. I mean, as somebody who's seen your dad work, he's not somebody that just gives away free rewards. You know, I think he's got that Kobe mentality that's like, if you're going to do something out here, you know, I'll set you up, but like you got to really earn it and show up every day. So I'm excited to see how it plays out, bro.
Another thing about my dad too, like he quick to tell me like, nigga, like don't get me wrong, like bro, everything I'm doing for you. But nigga, like hard work, be talented all day. You the most talented nigga out here, but you gotta work, nigga. That shit don't mean nothing. You don't show nobody. So like that shit, his bug in my head. Not even just that though. Like even when I think I'm doing great, he finds some constructive criticism. So it's like I have no choice but to perfect things. So like when he hear it, my goal is when he hears something, he like, all right, okay. Like, that's how I know. Right, okay. You feel me?
Yeah, it's so common.
If he sit there and he just, I mean, he trying to find something. Now he calls it, he finds something. You feel me? If he wait to the end and he say something, he found something. But he play it and he play it again. And he play it again. Okay. That's how I know. That's how I know when I'm doing my thing.
Oh, that's fire, man. That's why I compared to Kobe. Like I read a letter Kobe wrote to his younger self. He's like, you know, I wish I would have bought my family car washes instead of cars, because then they could have got their own whips type shit. And like, I definitely think that that's something that King Carter stands to, is like, you know, the fact that he's like, I'm gonna set you up to have some sort of business, but you got to be the one that learns how to operate and maneuver within it, is super important to what's about to happen. And I'm excited to watch a lot of these records and projects and visuals roll out, because I could tell you got the vision, man, and it's early. It's just the beginning.
Thanks.
How can people keep up with you? Where can they find all the music at? And you know, what should they be checking for?
Yeah, you can add me on Instagram at the real Zay The GOAT. Everything spelled correctly. You feel me? TheReal. Zay The GOAT. Then you got Zay The GOAT with a 0 on Twitter. YouTube is Zay the GOAT, but the GOAT in all caps, and it's a capital T on there, and it's a capital Z and Zay. You feel me? And I promise you, anywhere where you can download music, you type in Zay the GOAT, you see me with a purple Montclair coat, that's me. You feel me? Listen to me, check me out, and I promise I'm the hardest artist out of Charlotte, the youngest too.
I could attest to that. Make sure y'all go to the gram. You check out all the links. He got a video up. He got another video up. There's like a freestyle video. And make sure y'all subscribe and pre-save to the project because it's coming real soon. But
Yes,
thank
sir.
you so much, man. We're going to chop it up soon. I'll edit you on the gram and definitely let's stay in touch.
Most definitely, most definitely. I'm definitely finna follow you and we finna keep in touch. I'm gonna DM you as soon as we finish.
All right, my man. Much success to you, my brother.
All right.
Have a great day.
You too.